Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. You're the scum of the earth.
You don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Look at me. Half a pound. Headshot dead. That's it.
We're back.
Bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam. What's up, baby?
What is good, dog?
We are back, my friend. Almost on a 2-week delay. Had some things come up, a couple vacations, couple of sicknesses, and got tied up in life, But we're back. The boys are here. What a perfect time to come back after the exciting UFC 304 that we had last night. Not much we missed either when we were out because it was just a couple of shaky fight nights. But we're back. We're here. What you got? What's going on, Nasty? You good?
Yes, sir. What a day to be back, man. Last night was nothing short of fucking wild.
I know. It was a great card.
It was wild, man. So it's good to be back. Everyone out there, what's good? We missed you guys.
Over the Octagon here. If you're not following yet, continue following us. Make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you do. Listen to the spot. If you listen to the audio episodes, make sure you leave a comment, rate the episodes. That way we can grow. That's what we're here for. We've been doing this thing now a little over a year and a half, coming up on 2 years in January. So it's like we've made so much progress, and here we are, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So Nasty, let's jump right into it, man. There's not much to really say other than this card was great, in my opinion. I personally felt bad for the people in the UK because they had to watch that card at like 5 a.m, which sucked. And, obviously Americans, we got it at a normal time. But, like, I want to talk about that a little more. Like, do we feel like maybe that played an effect on some fights last night? Who knows? We'll chat it up a little bit last night. But let's jump right in. We had the early prelims came out. Obviously we ain't going to spend too much time on the early prelims, but overall, I thought the early prelims had some bangers on it. Mick Parkins with the first round knockout was phenomenal. He looked great. Sam Patterson, again, another first round submission. He looked great. That was all in the early prelims. Modesto Bukauskas and Marcin Prashnino, those guys bang, dude. That was like that right there electrified for the future, for the rest of the card, because those two guys got in there and just bang, dude. And I see they're, third round submission, but for the first 2 rounds, any of those guys could have caught each other and knocked each other out at any moment. And then, Preston Parsons and Obain Elliott to finish off with a decision. But let's get right into the prelims itself, because that's where all the good shit kind of really started to play into the fact. We started out the prelims with Muhammad Mokaev and Manel Kape. Coming into that fight, Nick, there was a lot of hostile, a lot of blood, a lot of hate, a lot of fucking enemy territory running up in there against each other. And I can't lie, I was a little disappointed in what I saw.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of stuff that we don't know how there was actually bad blood between them. We heard a little bit of stuff, but it doesn't make sense to me, man. But the way they came out there,
closer, if you don't mind, I could barely hear you a little closer.
And the way they had DC out there talking that shit was fucking perfect, bro. He's like, you guys are supposed to hate each other, and you're not even coming out there swinging. It took Manel like a minute and a half to throw a fucking punch.
I know. I saw some funny-ass memes on TikTok or Twitter. It was like 2 dogs with a gate in front of them, and when the gate was in front of them, they were yapping and barking, and when the gate opened, they stopped, like, growling at each other, and they started, like, sniffing each other. That's basically what that was. They were trying to fight each other before the fight even started, and then the second the bell started, neither one of these fucker guys did anything.
So many active UFC fighters were tweeting saying, I cannot wait for this fight. This fight is going to be the one. This one's going to set the pace for the whole entire card. And you just got out there and it was bullshit, man. But there is a lot of stuff I learned. I mean, Muhammad was a better striker than I thought in different ways. He threw some wild ass kicks.
Yeah.
He was throwing insane kicks. But Manel gets caught up with that whole entire system. Muhammad, he pretty much abandoned the UK. Now he's fighting out of Dagestan. Like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, he's from Dagestan. Then he got it brought in by the UK, and then he, now he's claiming the Daggies again. But I mean, overall, there was rounds that Mikhail Cape won, and then there were rounds that Makayev won as well. I mean, the fight was, it was not great by no means. I mean, Muhammad Makayev almost showed Manel Cape's whole entire taint and ball sack. He pulled his pants halfway down and showed his ass, dude.
Yeah.
Like that right there was illegal to begin with. Should have been a point taken away, which was wild that he did that it wasn't, because he intentionally pulled his pants down. That was clearly blatant. But I guess if you're going to be a cheating scumbag, there's consequences that come with that. And if you don't know by now, we found out last night per Dana White that Muhammad Makayev is a free agent. He will not be getting re-signed to the UFC. And per word, the PFL just got them a undefeated flyweight.
Jesus, man. What is the backstory, dude? We are missing out on something huge, man.
So a lot of people say, like Muhammad Makayev was saying, like, oh, it's my fighting style. Oh, it's my fighting style. There's no way he got cut for his fighting style.
No, dude.
That being like a wrestler, like just wrestling. Dude, you don't get cut. Khabib did that for years. You don't get cut for that, You got cut. He got cut for being a scumbag.
I think he did some fucked up shit.
There's some behind the scenes shit that he did that got him not re-signed.
Yeah, dude.
And there was a reason why. A lot of people argued that this fight should have been on the main card. We now see why it was on the prelims, because it did not meet the hype that it was given.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was on the main card till about like a week ago.
Yeah, and then it got pulled down.
Get pulled down. There's something that he did, man.
I wonder if there is some behind the scenes shit that maybe just hasn't came out yet that we gotta kind of figure out, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but that means, I mean, Manel Cape stays in the top 10. I mean, he doesn't leave. I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be reasoning, because you don't just cut an undefeated up and comer,
Nope. And especially not to the PFL. You don't give a talent like that away to your rival company. I mean, he's going to go there and dominate,
Yes, I got a feeling that we're going to hear some crazy news probably by the end of the week on what really happened. Because I know, like he tried to take a picture with Manel and then ended up trying to punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah,
that's some pussy ass shit in the beginning. Like, what is that?
He's a scum, dude. Scumbag. All of them that come out of that damn Khabib gym. All goes to
Khabib's gym, comes back pulling pants and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Golly,
get out of here.
That's
but I mean, obviously we don't know what's next for him because he's cut from the UFC. So we could have been like, hey, he may get a title shot next. Clearly he's not getting a title shot now. So besides the point, we'll keep it moving. Jake Hadley versus Quan Lorraine. It was a decent fight. Jake Hadley stepped it up, and ended up taking the win. I mean, I wouldn't say it was the best fight on the card, but it was pretty good. Bruno Brazil, Molly McCain. Molly McCain is overrated as shit and should have never been a minus 360 favorite to begin with. So anybody that bet her in a parlay, you guys are dumb. I took Bruno Brazil the second I saw she was a plus 300 favorite or underdog. Like, come on now. Molly McCain is not that good.
She's not, man. They were thinking the crowd would have done something for her, but she has been exposed numerous times to the point where she's getting annoying and overrated. So it's like, I wouldn't bet on her just for that reason.
No. And she got her ass whooped.
Yeah, she did. There was some spurs of the moment where Molly was turning up a little bit. She does have heart. We can't not say that. But Bruno was beating the shit out of her, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Like, Bruno's big.
Yeah, she is. She was taller too, I think, a little bit bigger than
absolutely.
She was. So, but and then you got the headliner of the prelims, Nathaniel Woods versus Daniel Pinedo. I mean, shout out to Pinedo though. That dude's a tough son of a bitch.
Dog, bro. He's a complete dog. That was a great fight.
It was a really good. Like, I don't know how that didn't get fight of the night or performance of the night or something, because like those guys banged.
Yeah, man. Some decisions are pretty hard to watch, but that was not hard to watch, man. That was entertaining.
I mean, he gave Nathaniel Woods a run for his money. There were times where he rocked him, but both vice versa. They both got rocked, So overall, that was probably one of my favorite fights on the card. And I enjoyed that fight.
Shout out Nathaniel Wood, because that stand-up was looking crisp.
Dude, crispy, bro. Super surprising to me. Like, give this guy a top 15 fight now, because his striking last night was 10 out of 10. It was great.
He looked good. He just lost to Mohammed Naimov, whatever
Nemavov.
Yeah, and that guy's like ranked like 4 or 5, I think. So I think that's what he was shot.
No, wrong guy. You got the wrong guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Naimov. No, he's not a ranked guy. He beat Andre Fili though.
Andre Fili, man, I don't even think Andre Fili will ever get back in the top 15.
It's gonna be tough. So
yeah,
it's gonna be tough. But yeah, now we'll get into, we can get right into the main card because this is where we're gonna spend most of our time at now. Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. I mean, it was definitely the right fight to make. Both fighters looked great. Arnold Allen came out there and, I wouldn't say he won dominantly, but he ended up pulling the win out. It was close.
Is it Giga or Giga?
Giga or Giga.
Whatever, however you say his name. How the fuck is he not ranked lower than that? He looked fucking good, dude. Those kicks, I think we were counting kicks. Bro. I was like, after the first round, we got like 18 kicks.
Yeah, no, like I said, it was a lot closer than it should have been. I think by the amount of competition Arnold Allen's fault, here recently. I mean, Arnold Allen put himself back in the win column, which is great for him, but it wasn't easy.
No, man. Arnold Allen is good. He's a tough competitor, man. He's always been. No one's ever doubted that about him.
Sure. And his hands are heavy, dude. He swings with every ounce of his body, man.
Oh, man. Those hooks that he throws when he's rushing in
the
other night, man. They were so good. And they hurt. And you could tell that Giga or Gija could not keep up with the pace he was setting in the beginning. Yeah.
Especially in that third round.
Oh, he was gassing, mouth open, and Arnold took advantage of that. And Arnold's a dog. I love watching him fight, man. Like, he's sick.
Nope, you are right, my friend. And then, but yeah, shout out to Arnold Allen. I mean, you got to give him another top 5 fight next. I think you give him number 5. I'm not 100% sure who number 5 is, but who is number 5? We got Movsar Evlov, but obviously Movsar's fighting. Who is he fighting?
I'm not sure. Is Yair available to fight?
I thought it was Yair, but maybe it's not Yair. I thought he was fighting.
No, I think
Movsar is fighting Aljamain. That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yair's like hiking Mount Everest or some shit. It's taking a little break.
So maybe you do Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett. Again?
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know how you do this. Arnold Allen may be on a break for a little bit there, boys, unless he wants to fight backwards again. So who knows? But anyways, we can get right into the next one unless you got something to add to that.
Now let's jump in, dog.
We have the middleweight bout of Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez. Christian Leroy Duncan coming in with a lot of hype behind him too. And I mean, RoboCop showed why he's been there and done it. He's a fucking beast, dude.
Dude, I'm actually starting to like RoboCop a lot now. Even though I wanted him to strike a little bit more. He did farewell striking, but
sure.
The whole taking down thing was kind of annoying. But dude, I mean, RoboCop is strong as fuck. This might be one of the strongest guys in the UFC pound for pound.
How are these guys middleweights, bro?
I do not know, man. I like Christian Leroy Duncan, man. I had him winning. I know a lot of people did. Dude, he just got manhandled pretty much, man.
He did. Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez looked great last night. I mean, it was one of his best performances to date. I thought so, personally. And, I mean, I'm curious to see what's next for him. Definitely top 15 fight, I believe. I mean, he's beaten a few guys who were up and coming or on their way up, and now he's gotten the chance to do that. So I think he went in there as an underdog, came out victorious. I think you give him something decent next,
When in doubt, give him Neil Magny.
You can give anybody Neil Magny, dude.
Right? When in doubt, just throw Neil Magny at him.
Because it would be Chris Curtis, Anthony Hernandez. Damn, that whole top, that 10 to 15 is kind of stacked too. I mean, Chris Curtis, though, what's he doing,
Oh, it's middleweight, dude. Fuck. No,
that's
never
what
mind.
I'm saying, dude. Middleweight.
No, dude. Fuck. It would be him versus Chris Curtis would be sick to watch. But damn, I don't know, dude. There's a couple gatekeepers in that division.
Yep.
Jack Hermanson is definitely one of them. Paulo Costa's number 8 now. Damn, man.
Yeah, a lot of those guys in the top 10 are going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So, but anyways, I think next fight of the night was one of the highlights of the night, performance of the night. Bobby King, newly named King Green, versus Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett going out there and showing the world that he is really about it. I don't know. Welcome to the top 15, Paddy Pimblett.
Dude, he's the real fucking deal.
He's good. I was a hater for a long time.
A lot of people were, man. They said he didn't know how to handle the fame. He made some bad calls on his way up. Either way, he's been in the UFC for quite some time now, dude, and he's finally getting a top 15 when he's been undefeated. You know, Ian Gary did not have to wait that long, like at all. He didn't play his cards right, but this is his redemption tour, and he looked damn good, bro.
He looked really good. Is Bobby Green on the way out, or is Paddy Pimblett on the way up? That's the question.
I'd leave Bobby Green there or King Green there for a little bit longer, man.
I don't know. I think he's done for, dude.
Paddy's something, man. I'm not sure.
Bobby Green is old, dude.
51 fights or 50 fights.
He's old. He's been around for a while. I think it's time for him to hang him up, dude. I'm going to keep it real.
Nah, man. He's been doing so well, hasn't he?
No, yeah. Dude, he's on a skid, dude. Ever since he got knocked out by Jalen Turner, I mean, he did win a big fight. I think he won
Jim Miller
against Jim Miller, yeah. But it was a decision. You know, he beat Jim Miller by decision in a war. He got his ass whooped by Jalen Turner. He got lucky against Grant Dawson because he caught him in the first round.
He beat Tony Ferg. I don't know, man. He's still doing good.
It's going to be tough.
I mean, he's definitely
old,
entertaining,
though,
man.
I mean, how old is he? Probably in like he's got to be close to 40.
Yeah. I mean, he's about his money, though, dude, and he loves to fight. He's such a weirdo. That's why people like him.
I know. And then him just being in there talking shit to Paddy Pimblett. I don't know why he shot. Why he shot for a takedown is beyond me. That was so stupid of him.
It was stupid. At one point, he was like, "Nice punch. I knew you were going to throw that."
Yeah.
I was like, "What kind of trash talk?"
Knew you were going to kick me there, bud.
Yeah,
talking shit to him. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what's next for Paddy Pimblett. I mean, now he's in the top 15. You put him there. I mean, do you give him, Jalen Turner? Do you give him, Benoit Saint Denis? Do you give him Renato Moicano? Like, what do you do here? Do you give him an old Rafael dos Anjos?
Benoit Saint Denis needs to be ranked higher, in my opinion, or lower, in my opinion. Him being at 12 is not realistic.
Well, he was there when he fought Dustin Poirier. Remember that.
I know, but still.
And he hasn't fought since then. He stayed where he was at.
It doesn't make sense for me, man. Then you have is Jalen Turner coming off a loss?
Yeah.
If that's the case, man, that would be a great fight. But he caught at Moicano, didn't he?
He did.
First time calling anybody out.
I think you do Jalen Turner, Paddy Pimblett. I'm cool with that.
That'll be a good fight. Moicano.
I like it.
Damn, dude.
I like it. Moicano's going to be a tough fight for Paddy, though, because he ain't submitting Moicano.
No, he's not. But, I mean, Paddy had some good leg kicks, too, dude. Paddy could stand.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it definitely deserved performance of the night. I wasn't shocked that he won.
No, man.
I had him, so it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to Paddy Pimblett. Good shit. Welcome to the top 15. Now we get into the good shit. The man, the myth, the GOAT, potential forever GOAT, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. I told you. I'll say it again, or I won't say it again, actually. You know what? Just go back and listen to all of the podcasts for the last year, and all you will ever hear me say is this guy will go down as the greatest of all time, and he's doing everything right, and every time he fights, he proves me right. Like, first round, finish. Again.
Since day one, you've been saying this, man, and the dude just never stops impressing. I mean, he looked amazing yesterday, dude. I mean, a couple of things in the beginning, you're like, all right. How is this going to go? And then that bum rush he does, bro, is so sick. And people are saying there might have been a premature stoppage. I do not agree with that because if you let him keep on doing that, he was only going to keep on hitting him. He was never going to stop. He was going to punch for a minute straight, and that's a fucking heavyweight. You get those boys off each other, man. So the call out for John Jones was a little bit spicy. He's like, blah, blah, blah. I just think I'm better than you, though. I was like, God damn, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen, right? I mean, we're at the point now where I'd almost wish that Dana would not even let him and Stipe fight. Like, let's just see John versus Tom. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, man. I mean, if John does not take this fight, that means he's worried about his record being tarnished. Plain and simple.
Yeah, like if he beats Stipe and then, like, what if he beats Stipe in the first, like he did? If he beats Stipe like he beat Cyril Gane, first round,
He
can make an immediate turnaround.
Yeah,
like he has to take it, right?
I mean, you'd want that, but it's his legacy.
New Year's Eve, December, like a 1 month turnaround. No, he probably wouldn't do a 1 month. But if he beats him quickly,
not in 1 month.
mean,
I'd say this, man, and I know a lot of people are on the Tom train. I still have John Jones beating Tom Aspinall.
I don't.
I do.
What do you see the path to victory for John Jones? I'm very curious to know. What's the path to victory?
John Jones is a better grappler, I think.
Okay. All right. He's got to get in there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's...
And you see what happens when you get too close to Tom Aspinall.
I feel like John Jones is not going to get ran over by him. And that's what's going to happen. And I think that John Jones has way better countering strikes. People forget how good of a striker John Jones was. He was a very creative striker.
I think a lot of people are are not looking at it that Tom Aspinall is literally a clone version of John Jones.
Yeah, I think bigger too. I mean,
bigger.
Yeah,
he does the kicks. He does the fucking teep kicks to the fucking knees. He does the calf kicks. He does the same shit. Like he literally learned all of his fighting style from John Jones.
He's great. I mean, and I think he's better at jiu-jitsu than John Jones. But John Jones is a better wrestler, I think. So a lot of this, I feel like there would be a lot of counter elbows thrown with John Jones. This fight needs to fucking happen. That's all I got to say. Jesus Christ. Because I feel like there's a way John Jones would win, but I'm just scared it will never happen.
I think there's one way that it needs to happen. It needs to happen in 2025. So the 12-6 elbow rule is no longer there, and the knee to grounded opponent is no longer there.
Oh my God.
Then you see what could really happen. Because then John Jones can pull some tricks out of his hat, you know?
So it's not in effect till then.
Not in effect till 2025.
Sheesh. We were wanting some shit to happen yesterday with it.
I know. I thought it was yesterday, but it wasn't. It was 2025. So yeah, but I mean, I'm with it, man. John's my favorite fighter of all time. Tom is my second favorite fighter right now. So it's good. It's for me, it's like the fight that everybody wants to see. No one wants to see Stipe John. Everyone wants to see Tom and Stipe, or Tom versus John.
Absolutely, man. It has to happen because I don't even know who would be next. Like who would challenge for the title if it wasn't John Jones or them unifying the title? You know, who would it be again? Cyril Gane? Who would it be?
On, I guess, yeah. I did see though Tom afterwards had made a tweet, or he was talking in a post-fight interview about doing a tournament style for like the greatest of all time. So it'd be Tom versus Alex Pereira and John Jones versus Stipe, and then the winner of those two fights fight each other same night.
Golly, I wish that type of shit would happen again, man.
I mean, imagine they went back to that for like some wild shit, dude.
It wouldn't happen in America.
Style. No, it wouldn't.
Damn, I didn't even.
But there also was talks about Tom Aspinall versus Francis Ngannou. I saw that as well.
Damn.
Like if John Jones tries to hold the division up again after winning, that if the PFL may chunk up some change and try to do a mega fight with Tom Aspinall and fucking Francis Ngannou.
I wouldn't let that happen. I was saying why I would not let that happen. He said Francis will never be back in the UFC. I wouldn't lend your best guy to help collab on some money.
That's up to Tom Aspinall though. If he's not getting the chance to fight for because he said I'm not defending the interim title again, which I don't blame him.
Yeah,
he's like I'm not doing it again. If it's not for the heavyweight title, I'm not fighting again.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. It is stupid, man. Yeah, it has to happen.
Has to. So I
But
don't know.
I don't think Tom can fight outside of his contract binding with Dana though. And other
We don't know how many.
organizations.
We don't know how many fights he has left on his contract. We don't know when that time is up. We don't know what could happen.
Just
Never
make that
know.
shit happen, please.
Yeah, we'll see it though. And then the unfortunate main event: Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad, and new champion of the world, Belal Muhammad, my friend.
Let's talk about that fucking fight real quick, man.
Let's talk about it, dude. Because I cannot be the only one to put my bias aside and say Leon did not look like Leon last night.
He did not, man. I felt like he was super, super hesitant, way too laid back. He was sitting there doing this blocking thing that I didn't like at all. He was getting caught with uppercuts from it.
Yeah,
he
it was
did
very
not look
weird.
like Leon. He did not look like Leon. He was not dissecting with legs or anything like that. It was weird. And Mohammed was just mimicked everything the Daggies are doing, Marabs are doing. Just get up close, boom, boom, shoot. Get up close, boom, boom, shoot.
Yeah, that's literally all he did the whole fight and won.
His hands looked a little bit better than Leon's too at certain points, man.
I know it was very weird, man. I was a little confused, and I know people are gonna say like, "Oh, was Leon really ever that good?" Da 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 da. Like, dude, Leon Edwards coming off of that last fight, his striking was world class, and last night he was not by no means.
It reminded me of like watching Izzy versus Sean Strickland. I know I that earlier.
I remember you saying that earlier. It definitely did.
Like, what is going on? Like, what?
Something just seemed off.
Completely off, man. And I don't know if it was the time, because either way, even if he's in the UK where it happened, but 5 a.m. is 5 a.m. Like, fuck that.
That's going to be the same for both guys, though, you know? But, like, Belal Muhammad definitely had the more will to win, and he showed that.
That man on the microphone is the corniest motherfucker in the UFC.
He's lame, dude. Like,
that dude is so lame.
He definitely, all right, here's the thing. One, great fight by Belal Muhammad. I won't say he did not beat Leon's ass, because he did.
He beat the fuck out of him.
I mean, picked him up, slammed him on his fucking top of his head. You know, he beat the shit out of him. Now, let's talk about that last round, though. That last 30 seconds where Leon dropped that elbow clean on his fucking face and split him open. Like, imagine that was in the third round. Do we see a whole different fight? Like, why didn't Leon do that shit in the first and second round? It wasn't like Leon was getting held down, you know? He was reversing. He was able to get on top of Muhammad. He controlled him the whole third round.
He did.
You know? But he didn't do anything. Like, standing on his feet, he was getting outstruck. It just didn't look like him, man. And I hate it because he's not going to get a rematch now because he got dominated.
It's bullshit, man. And I just can't believe that Muhammad is the champion right now. It's still blowing my mind. It doesn't make sense to me. It's stupid, man. But Leon, even after the first round, dude, he looked super tired. His face looked puffy, man. I don't know what it was. It didn't look right. Very, very weird, man. So now you have Muhammad as the champion. I mean, what happens next is Shavkat come in there. Kamaru Usman, I know he's probably still ranked as a welterweight.
I think you have to give Shavkat Rakhmonov the title shot next.
You got to, man. He definitely deserves it. I really wanted to watch Shavkat versus Leon. That was going to be an insane fucking fight. But
I think this is what you do. I think you do Shavkat versus Belal. You do Jack Della versus Leon Edwards.
Ooh.
And you do Colby Covington versus Ian Gary.
Perfect, bro.
That's your fucking welterweight fights right there.
That is perfect.
I think that's what you do.
That is definitely perfect, man. Jesus.
And I think you could almost make that its own card.
That'd be tight.
You know, but
we'll see,
there's a lot of big fights and big names on one card, but still, you know, that's what you need to do right there. Shavkat deserves the title shot. He's undefeated, all finishes. Like, he's going to fuck up Belal Muhammad, dude. I'm sorry.
I know.
He's not the type of guy that's going to go in there like Leon Edwards did last night.
No way, dude. And I
No,
know
not at all.
our Murky loves Leon Edwards. I know
I
you
love
like him
Leon
a lot.
Edwards, dude. I'm a
I know
huge
you.
Leon fan.
I know you are too, man. I have never been that sold on him. I've
Dude,
been
I
sold on
am.
him getting his his grudge match with Kamaru Usman. And I get that's fucking huge, but I mean, before that, I really haven't seen, who
I
has he
mean,
beat
dude, he
besides
didn't.
Usman?
He was on like a 3-year, 4-year unbeaten streak.
I don't know, man. I've never been that sold on him. I haven't been.
Like, let's talk about this though. Before last night, dude, Leon Edwards has not lost since 2015.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost since 2015.
Yeah. His last loss was in 2014. Then he went one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2015. His last loss was in 2015, December 19th against Kamaru Usman. 2015. And from there, he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fights in a row, unbeaten.
I take back what I said, guys. Blame that on the marijuana. That's insane.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. He was on a killing spree. And, he was getting decisions. Like, a lot of them were decision wins. But, he had a few subs and a few knockouts in there. But, yeah, he went 12 fights, 12 wins in a row. Since 2015, he hadn't lost.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then last night was his first loss against Belal, and he did not look right. He just didn't. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He didn't look right to me. I mean, I definitely don't say he deserves a rematch. I get it. But then a lot of people are hating on him too because they're like, oh, he was a boring champion. It's like, dude, look at the rest of the champions. Leon's defended his title twice. That was his third title defense since beating Kamaru Usman for the title. I think people think he only defended it once.
No.
He defended that was his third title defense.
Leon's?
Yeah.
And who was he fighting for 12 fights before that?
I mean, he had a couple of just, up and like people, you have to fight throughout to get up to the top.
So that was his third title defense.
Yep, because he beat Kamaru Usman for the title. Then he fought Kamaru Usman for the title defense. Then he fought Colby Covington for the title defense. And then he fought Belal Muhammad for the title defense. So that right there was his third title defense.
See, that's impressive, man, but it's not as impressive as if he was the champion the whole time, As the champion, he beat Kamaru Usman, who's slowly declining. Colby, who's a fucking pussy. And then who else? I think that's it.
That was so since 2022. That was when that fight was when he beat Usman. So he defended in 2023, March 18th. So a little over a year ago. So he's fought 3 times in a year, a little over a year and a half. That's not bad.
There was this talk of him being the best UFC welterweight of all time. People were saying that, and I never, ever was like, yeah, definitely he is. I thought
if he would have won this fight, and then went on to beat Shavkat next, 100%.
You think he'd be better than George St. Pierre?
No, probably not.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. And people were saying that, and then people were saying,
then again, it's like I said, it depends on how far he would have went with this title. Like if he would have beat Belal, then he would have beat Shavkat. Then if he beat Ian Gary, or he beat Jack Della, or then he beat all these other guys in this division. If he stayed the champion for another 2 years, I mean, you can't. I mean, people are going to get beat at some point as far as their legacy, and it wasn't like GSP didn't lose.
GSP lost twice.
Yeah, I mean, he did lose for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like there's more. Even
Leon's only lost 3 times.
How much times has Kamaru Usman lost?
I mean, take away his last loss against Hamzat 4 times.
4 times?
He lost to Leon twice and Hamzat. That was 3 losses. He went into that Usman, or he went into that Leon Edwards fight with 1 loss.
So now him and Usman both have 4 losses.
No, Leon has 3.
He just lost.
Yeah, that was his third loss.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay.
He lost his first fight in the UFC, then he lost to Kamaru Usman, and then he lost to Belal.
I'm looking at it right now. That's his fourth. But either way, Kamaru Usman, I mean, definitely is not the better fighter. That's been proved wrong. That whole trilogy's been done and settled and stuff. So, I mean, besides that, I guess Leon would be the number 2 best welterweight in the world besides maybe Matt Hughes. But I think Leon definitely surpasses that era now for sure.
Yeah, but then, like I said, like if he would have went on to win, 3 more title defenses, there would definitely be a talk. You'd have to have a talk.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? You
got
have to at that point. But he didn't. So that whole talk is done with.
Damn, man.
He's not going to ever get back there again. Unfortunately, I don't think so. That one probably was the last that we see of Leon Edwards as a champ. Just personal.
It sucks, man.
I think there's too many up and coming elite welterweights that are going to keep that division locked down for a while.
Oh yeah, Jack Dellis, Shavkats. I mean, those guys are going to be the face of the division.
Like all those guys are up and coming. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, Belal Muhammad, holy shit, he's the fucking champion. It actually happened. I can't believe it.
Pita bread, man. That shit blows my mind, dude.
So now here's the conversation that we'll kind of end on before we wrap everything up. The newly updated pound for pound ranking. It's not out yet, but I want to kind of know where you see these people lying. All right. So we'll just start with Belal. Belal beat Leon Edwards last night very dominantly. Leon Edwards is the number 4 pound for pound. He was the number 4 pound for pound top ranked fighter going into last night. Where does Belal now land on this top 15 pound for pound after beating Leon Edwards last night?
I think he becomes, if 1 through 6 is all champions, I think that he needs to be number 6.
So you think Belal Muhammad passes Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, Dricus du Plessis, and Alexander Pantoja?
Oh, see, if Dricus isn't that high up, then that takes everything I said back. Everything. Because Dricus is the champ. He's number 9.
And Pantoja's the champ. He's number 10.
Oh, that's insane to me. Then I would put this man at, golly, number 11. I would move where Tom is going to get moved all the way up. Like all the way up.
But where does Leon go?
This is a brain fuck right here. I'm not sure, dude. Leon would have to go to.
Does Leon go to, say, 10? Or maybe Leon goes to 11, Belal at 10, Pantoja at 9, Dricus at 8, and then I think Tom goes all the way to 4.
Yeah, I think Tom probably hits number 4. I think Leon probably goes in Max Holloway's space. Max Holloway's awesome, but you can't have Max Holloway above Leon. You cannot.
I agree.
So I think he would go to number 8, if I'm calling that right.
Okay.
Oh, that's tough, dude. I think he's going number 8, and I think Tom's might be going number 4. That looks good.
I think Tom goes to 4. I think it's hard not to put him above Ilya and Sean. I mean, even though he's the interim, I feel like he's done everything he needs to do to be in the top 5 pound for pound.
Oh yeah, man. He's certified after this. Completely certified, stamped up everywhere. I think that's a good prediction. 4, and we'll put him at 8.
So, but are you keeping Leon above Belal? That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because you just put Leon at 8. So do you put Belal at 7? And then you move Volk and Max Holloway to 9 and 10, and then Dricus to 11 and Pantoja to 12? That don't make no fucking sense.
This hurts my brain. This is not gonna make sense. And I think
that's why Belal being the champion fucking sucks.
It doesn't make sense. None of this is about to make sense for a while. I have no clue how they're gonna put this one together.
Because I don't think Belal's better than Israel Adesanya. I don't think Belal's better than Charles Oliveira. I don't think Belal's better than Alexander Pantoja. I don't think Belal's better than Dricus du Plessis.
That's crazy. Charles is still number 13.
Do I think he's probably better than Sean Strickland? I think so. After last night, I think so.
I mean, I think they're on the same level.
I think is he better than Aljamain Sterling? Keep in mind, Aljamain Sterling was a dominant champ.
Oh, he was. Man, I would say, if I had to pick, because the pound for pound rankings don't make sense anyways. If I had to pick, I'd put him at fucking 14.
14.
With Leon still ahead of him. But
with Leon still ahead of him.
Yeah, but I know that doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's not crazy. I would say it's not crazy, but I definitely don't feel like you can put him above Leon, or you have to put him above Leon only because he beat him. I just feel like it makes the most sense. But how do you play it though? That's the thing. Because Leon being number 4, you're taking Leon from 4. He's going to drop 7 spots, 7-8 spots.
He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to, man. Like Max Holloway is still number 8. I think he gets. Yeah.
I feel like you have to have all the champions in the top 10.
You do. And it's crazy that Dreykus is number 9.
I think it should go this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to end it on this. It should be Islam, Alex, John, Tom Aspinall, Ilya, Sean O'Malley, Dreykus, Pantoja, Belal, Leon.
Volk out of the top 10.
And then you put Volk at 11, Max Holloway at 12, Izzy 13, Charles 14, Strickland 15. And then Aljamain Sterling gets booted.
He gets booted? That's not bad.
I think he got to. I think that's the only way.
I still think Izzy's ranked a little too low. I would put him right behind Volk.
But then again, I mean, Izzy is ahead of Sean Strickland, who he lost to. So there is a way that Leon could be ahead of Belal, even though he is the champ.
There's no logic in those rankings.
None. Zero.
None, man. They can have fun with that shit, because that just hurt my head.
I know. Well, anyways, we'll let the people in the comments tell us. If you have anything better to say about it, leave it in the comments. Like I said before, make sure you follow the YouTube, like and subscribe. Keep track of us because we're going to keep doing these episodes every single week. We have a fight night, I believe, coming up next week. Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Going to be a good one. I'm rooting for Corey Sandhagen because that's my dog, though. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, bantamweight in the world. I want to see him versus Sean O'Malley right now, but I can't until he beats Umar. And then we have a couple of other good fights on there too. Cheetah Vera, Davison Figueiredo, Chara Bullet versus Oleg Schlingzak, whatever that guy's name is. Mackenzie Dern, Lupi Godinez is going to be a banger.
Sexy. And then Tony Ferguson.
T. Ferg's back in action again. Likely we're going to retire after this one if he gets his ass fucking whooped. So, I mean, there are some good fights on this card.
It's going to be a great card.
It's definitely good for a fight night. I'll take free fight nights all day long. Only thing is this card starts at 3 p.m. Next Saturday, 3 p.m. because it is in Abu Dhabi.
Cheeto versus Figgy
it's in
insane.
United Arab Emirates.
Okay. We'll see what Umar can do, man. I know he hasn't fought in a while, so actually since March 2024. Okay. Still, man.
Corey Sandhagen hasn't fought in a while, though.
Yeah, and Sandhagen is the truth, bro. Sandhagen is the truth. Let's make that comeback real quick.
I agree, my friend. Nasty, you got anything else?
I'm good, man. If everyone else there wants to try to make a top 10, good luck. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But it's
only hard because you don't know where to put Belal. So,
is it weird he shouldn't be on it?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Was that an option? Just not even put him there?
Anyways, Dana White Contender Series starts this week on Tuesday night. Going to be some good ass fucking fights on there. Looking forward to that. It's always great to watch Dana White Contender Series. Like I said before, keep track of us. We're going to keep making these. We'll have the whole entire squad will be back beginning next week. Murky's out of town on vacation, so enjoy your time away, brother. Me and Nasty holding things down. This is Over the Octagon Podcast. We will catch you guys next week. Enjoy y'all's week. Nasty, I'll holler at you, baby.
All right, Bida.
Peace.
Peace.